Let us now adjust our sitting posture until we feel comfortable. And this is the second evening. We will continue the practice of mindfulness with breathing. And the aim is to remove ignorance, to achieve that cessation of ignorance. So the whole Paticcasamuppada, dependent origination of unhappiness will collapse. The cessation of ignorance means the cessation of unhappiness in life. And mindfulness with breathing will help us to gain right understanding of perfect knowledge, wisdom, which is to replace ignorance. And the perfect knowledge or wisdom about this body and about this mind. Anapanasati, mindfulness with breathing, will offer us the gradual development. Start from chapter 1, getting to know the truth of the body. And we use the breath as a body conditioner, as a subject to study. After the mind gains stronger mindfulness, more confidence, more understanding, then we can move to chapter 2, feelings, getting to know the truth of feeling, which already is non-physical world, cannot touch, cannot see. So, to study feeling will require stronger mindfulness, stronger calmness. The mind must be much clearer to detect feeling and understand its nature. After we gain understanding of feelings, then we can move to chapter 3, thoughts, which is more complicated, much deeper than feelings. Because thought is so swift, so fast, begin and end in one click. Whereas feeling may last a little bit longer, but thought begin and end in just 1 second, even millisecond. That is the reason why thought is in chapter 3, because it requires much stronger mindfulness and calmness. Our consciousness must be professional enough, quick enough to detect thoughts and see the origin of thoughts and the true nature of thoughts. After then, we move to chapter 4, which is pure vipassana meditation. Chapter 4 is getting to know the true nature of these 3 chapters. Getting to know the true nature of breath, body, feeling, and thoughts. So it requires much more mindfulness, calmness than the first 3 chapters. Because the truth is behind everything. We can detect the flow of breath by our muscles, the nerve ends around the nose. We can detect feelings by paying more attention. And we can detect thoughts, the flashing thoughts, so swift, so quick, and so powerful. But something behind this breath, body, feeling, and thought we call the universal characteristics, impermanent, unstable, and beyond direct control, not self, non-self. Anapanasati, mindfulness with breathing, decides to guide our consciousness into that ultimate truth of understanding. Only the realization to these universal characteristics will help this consciousness to drop attachment, expectation to body, breath, feeling, and thoughts. So, the practice of chapter 1, 2, 3 will cover everything in our life. So now, the summary of Buddhist teachings, just in these 3 words: breath, feeling, and thought. Know them very well, understand them very well, then there's no more unhappiness in life. Now we come back to the chapter 1. We breathe in and out, and we are aware this is long breath or this is short breath. We experience the different impacts of short and long breath to this body. So we select to refine the breath. We understand that consciousness is influenced by thoughts and memories. So if we would like this consciousness to stand still, stay here in the present moment with the flow of breath, we need to disarm the influencing thoughts and memory, or we call as hindrances. the distracting thoughts by many other techniques. For example, loving kindness meditation or reflection on 32 parts of the body. By now, we should know and very good on those additional techniques. So we may gain that refined breath in a shorter period of time. Breathe in, relax. Breathe out, relax. The end of chapter 1 is to refine the breath, to achieve that deep, smooth, and clear breath. And now we already translate the word refined breath. Refined breath means calmness of mind, relax and concentration of the mind. Now we move to chapter 2. The first thing that happens with the refined breath is feeling accomplished, joy, delight, and happiness, feel satisfied. Satisfied with our efforts. Joyful again, we bring consciousness to the present moment, to the flow of breath. Repeat that achievement again and again. And now our consciousness can observe next to this joy and happy feeling. Now we can start to see new kind of thought just arises. The thought of want more. Before that, such thought of want never happened. But whenever joy, happiness here, that thought just come. Want more. Want longer. More joy. More relax. More happy feeling. Observe these consequences. Don't forget, we never ignore mindful breathing, even though we are talking about joy and thought. Underlying is we still breathe in and out mindfully. Never skip such mindful breathing. So now we start to see the consequences of this pleasant feeling. Now when the breath is really deep, clear and smooth, we have high level of joy, high level of happiness. And the word want more becomes more powerful. Sometimes joy can produce that exciting thoughts, almost jump out of the cushion. I got it. That joyful feeling sometimes make us stop practicing. I got it already. I got it already. Would like to let the whole world know that I got it. Observe this reaction to joy. And these consequences we call the noisy impact, danger to the calmness. Joy can increase heart rate, blood pressure. The body is not in balance anymore. And this is what we say, the negative impact of joy to the calmness of mind. Observe this reaction as we still breathing in and out. When we repeat refined breath, high level of joy, powerful desire of want more, slowly, without realization, the shadow of attachment jumps in. I am the one who wants more joy. Now troubles happen immediately. When we lose that refined breath, the powerful I want more will force this consciousness, try to get it back, that joy, that refined breath. So now our practice is out of balance. The practice that previously never be interrupted by expectation. Now expectation is here. Want it now. Come back soon, quicker. This is called the negative impacts of joy to the calmness of the mind. Experience these negative impacts. That is number 7, stepping stone. As soon as desire and expectation jumps into the practice, we can no longer maintain calmness. So we select number 8, stepping stone. Calm down the feeling. By calming down that joy, we also calm that powerful desire. That means we try to reduce that exciting effect, and we prefer to be subtle form of happiness and relaxation. So that push from expectation become less. However, attachment still there, but we leave it first for the time being. We are going to deal with this attachment later on. Now, the mind is more quiet. The noisy, powerful desire already gone. How can we calm down that exciting joy? First, by achieve that refined breath more often. Repeat it so many times until consciousness see that again, I got it again and again and again. So that exciting feeling will decrease. Like people who may achieve gold medal in the sport. The first 3 or 4 gold medals will be very exciting. But after we achieve 2,000 gold medals, the 2001 gold medals is no more exciting, but feel pleased, feel satisfied. So the answer to reduce the impact of exciting joy is to gain that refined breath many more times, so often, until there's not exciting anymore, but feel quite satisfied, subtle, pleasant feeling. And this may take long time. So the second approach to silence this exciting joy is early vipassana meditation. We just use a little bit of vipassana meditation to calm down that exciting joy. As we still watch the flow of breath, we already experience rise and fall of joy, depending on rise and fall of refined breath. So now when exciting joy is here, we observe and reflect again. This exciting joy will be like many exciting joy before, subject to change, impermanent. By acknowledge the impermanent nature of joy, we already reduce the negative impacts. That expectation will be manageable, and the mind now is more quiet. So this is the power of a little bit of wisdom meditation. Helps to disarm that negative influence of joy and let the mind go through subtle feeling of relaxation and calmness. That is number 8, stepping stone. Calm the feeling. Now, number 8, stepping stone of calm the feeling is again tip of the iceberg. Under it is more quiet. The mind is much more quiet. Some people can even enter into a deeper concentration of the mind. The point of sensation of breath from the tip of the nose. Some people may feel that point of sensation is deep inside the body. Or some people may feel one-pointedness of the mind. Eventually, someone may not feel breathing in and out at all. The mind is so silent, quiet, strong, firm, and clear. We may call it as deep concentration, absorption. In this stage of deep concentration, we still have that pleasant feeling, and a lot of energy is happening in the mind. From the less powerful mind, like only 5 voltage consciousness, when the mind enters into that quietness, it produces like 10,000 voltage electricity. And because it is pleasant, subtle happiness, some people can sit for longer hours, even the whole night. And the influence of these 10,000 voltage of power, some people don't need to sleep, don't want to eat. The power of calmness, the power of that subtle happiness. Observe this reaction. It is going to be used as a next subject for Vipassana meditation. So tonight, we studied the chapter 2, feelings, getting to know the nature of feelings, produce our own joy, produce our own happiness, and learn how to silence that exciting joy, remove that negative impact of strong desire, expectation, until only subtle happy feeling is here. And the reaction is the mind stay longer in the calmness. Breathe in and out. Anyone like to ask any question? So I believe that our practice reconfirm what described in the textbook of mindfulness with breathing. That chapter 2, we breathe in and we produce joyful feeling. And as we breathe in and out, we produce that happiness. And as we still breathing in and out, we can see the different impact, influence between this joy and happy feeling. We experience the consequences. As we still breathe in and out, we select to calm that exciting feeling. And we are aware that we can experience, we can study pleasant feeling because they all arise from that refined breath. So refined breath is a cause. Happy feeling is the effect. Cause, effect, conditions. So this is another reconfirmation of the definition, the law of karma. What goes around comes around. This is the law of karma inside our consciousness that happened, and we see it firsthand. We can see because of this that happened. So it helps us to understand more that the law of karma beyond lifetime, we cannot touch it. It based on belief. But now it's really clear. And understanding this law of karma, because of refined breath, happy feelings, nice feeling arises. It gives us another benefit, the option to do it or to avoid it. Whereas the law of karma of past, future life seems beyond our influence. We can't do anything. But the law of karma in our consciousness that happen, we can change it. We can make it happen. And we can disarm the negative impact, the negative consequences. So we produce our own relaxation. As soon as we are able to change the flow of breath, and that fourth stepping stone of refined breath includes additional techniques like loving kindness or 32 parts of the body. Again, we like to make sure that different techniques, additional techniques suit the consciousness in different time. Our consciousness changes constantly. The mood of consciousness changes. So we may need to adapt and change accordingly when we use additional technique like loving kindness, meditation, or reflect on 32 parts of the body. So we have to listen to the condition of the consciousness. Again, the outcome, that is what we are concerned with. Any additional techniques to help to refine the breath. The checklist is the breath itself should be refined, deeper and smoother. So we know that additional technique working now. If it's not working, the breath still not that clear, we can change to be the other technique until we can get that result. So again, by doing like this, we buy time. We allowed our own mechanism to happen. Because to refine the breath, it requires a lot of inner qualities, like our efforts, our patience, our resolution, even our wisdom, that we talk to ourselves, to inspire ourselves to do so. So now we can see that we nurture these inner qualities So we say that kusala dhamma, the wholesomeness, the wholesome nature. The wholesome nature that slowly happen through this practice. Eventually this wholesome nature, kusala dhamma, like mindfulness, viriya effort, khanti, patience, satya, truthfulness, atisatthana, resolution, metta, loving kindness, panya, wisdom. All of these inner qualities, once it start to happen and start to grow like the garden beds, so we gain the strength of them, the strength of efforts, because the strength of effort will support us not to give up that easy. The strength of khanti, patience, support us to endure all kinds of difficulties. So we call this strength of inner qualities as a new word. We call parami, perfection, parami. So we have sometimes we say that this person, this lady has so much parami. She can accomplish the difficult job because she has that parami, perfection qualities. Whereas some other people might not be able to do so because they don't have enough parami. They don't have enough inner strength to take on difficult projects. Now the word parami refers to what's happening in our mind as we are practicing in this way. We slowly accumulate that parami, mindfulness, generosity, loving kindness, patience, for example. So we have parami in order to endure with the most difficult challenge. Is our own thoughts, is our own emotion. Today is the second day of the retreat. We still have many more days to go. The critical time will happen right in the middle of the retreat. Maybe on Wednesday, Thursday, we start to see a big challenge. What happened? We call that our old habit may act like today surrender to you, but they did not really surrender. They recruit their own army to fight against us. And on Wednesday or Thursday, that army will be very strong. So for some people who don't have enough parami, may quit in the middle of the week, as it happened in many long retreats. For example, in the past years, whenever we have 4 days retreat, we can see the beginners already quit before the retreat ends, because the old habit very strong, very powerful, enough to convince us to give up. So because of understanding like this, that is how we organize the long retreat, long weekend retreat, only experienced people. Because we hope that experienced people, we have enough parami to deal with our internal challenge, our own thoughts, our own emotions. So for our group here, I believe that we all have parami from our cultivation in the past. So this parami is going to help us. Parami in order to now we aim to put the end to ignorance. And that is the most difficult thing to do. Some people may try to put the end to anger, put the end to greed, put the end to worry. But to make it practical and realistic, that is to put the end to ignorance. And in the time of the Buddha, They love to depict in the artwork, ignorance is Mara, the chief of the monster, the most powerful monster on earth. That is called ignorance. So the chief of the monster has so many generals in the army, Air Force, Navy, Army, Marine, to attack us at any time. But now this retreat, we aim to get you, the supreme commander of the monster, ignorance. So it's like the Aesop fable, Jack and Beansprout, correct? Beanstalk, sorry. Beansprout is little bit. Beanstalk is huge, powerful, supreme commander. We are going to knock it down. We will try to follow because this week is the most inspiring week of the Enlightenment Day of the Buddha. And we have reserved such bravery for many retreats. Many years of our meditation retreat, we never said that we could attack the supreme commander of the monster. We just try to be mindful. don't touch him, okay? Try to be mindful. But this week, we aim that high. We will try. Because this is a special week. Already at night time, the moon is almost full. It gives us that inspiration. And we are all Jack. In that is a favor. We got that technique. We got this knowledge. We know the Achilles heel of the monster. We know how to knock it out. So spare nothing for this retreat. Yeah. Spare nothing. Put all into action. All the effort. Put your effort to the maximum level. Patience. Don't spare your patience. Put it up front. Try to endure difficulties to do so. Resolution. Never be relaxed. Set our resolution strong like the mountain. So we endure. We put our effort, resolution to maintain that water in the tray, not let it spill out. Maintain our breathe in and out mindfully. We have reserved our energy for many years. We put it into our pockets. That patience, that effort. Now take it out. Use them. Show our bravery. Show our bravery that now we are going to remove that ignorance. So don't spare when the mind already stay calm and start to feel nice. Don't spare that nice feeling. Make it happen more. Make it clearer. Don't worry about that if we continue to practice tonight for 1 more hour privately, tomorrow I feel very tired. Never be worried about that. Spare nothing. Do it. Practice it. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Tonight, not feel sleepy yet. Do it. Go back again to refine the breath. Achieve again that joy, happy feeling. Make it happen again. Make it clearer. Study it. Because we still have some work to do. We come so far. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, stepping stone. Number 5, 6 now, joy, happy feeling. 7, experience. 8, we try to calm down the feeling. This is only halfway. So don't spare any energy. Make it happen. practice it, bring it out. Because life is so uncertain. We don't need to delay that. I don't need to be enlightened in this May 2021 yet. Maybe 2025, I will put maximum energy. Don't delay that. Just make it happen now, this week. Let's see. The Supreme Commander look very scary. Let us challenge it. Maybe that is the mirage. Maybe that is the fake image that scares us. And we never find out, we never know until we experiment it. So by this way, we are able to build, we call sattha phala, confidence in the Dhamma. Confidence, in the early time we call sattha, means belief. We believe the textbook. We believe because the monk says so. Now we have to divorce from the textbook. We have to divorce from what the monk's saying and then do it. Because by relying on the textbook and someone else, we still like baby and fragile. So now we are going to rely on this experience, this realization. And by doing so, we just build up our own sattha, confidence. So confidence becomes the power of the mind. Confidence that we can refine the breath. Confidence that we can produce that joy, happy feeling. Confidence that we are able to calm down that exciting joy. So we build our confidence to this far. And this confidence will help us to produce that effort. Sattha, willpower, will bring that energy of effort, trying to do so. And because this technique of mindfulness with breathing, anapanasati, designed for us to practice with joy and happiness. That's why we love to do it. Because every time we refine the breath, it feels so nice. So now this is not that difficult. It makes things much easier. So the word scare should go away. So for these few days, we still repeat on the 2 chapters of getting to know the nature of the breath body, refine the breath, then see the rise of this nice feeling. Before we move to the chapter 3 about thoughts, so we have to make sure first that nice feelings can happen in a shorter period of time when we practice. And nice feelings should be stronger, clearer for us to study. Because if nice feelings come too quick and gone too quick and blurry, we might not be able to see it that well. So don't spare your energy. Make it happen more often. Let the nice feeling of joy, happiness become very clear. If possible, as the textbook mentioned, every time we breathe in and out, we produce that nice feeling, if possible. So by doing so, we may not be aware that we smile without knowing that we're smiling. We feel so relaxed without knowing that we're so relaxed, because the consciousness is enveloped by this joy and happiness. Even though we're very busy to practice mindfulness, but we so relax and smile, which is very different from doing some work in the office work. When we're really busy with the project, our eyebrow squeeze like this. When someone working and you tap the shoulder, hello, and look at you, what? I'm busy, like this. But we are practice breathing in and out, so busy to capture the consciousness, so busy to disarm the distracting thoughts, so busy to be mindful, so busy to acknowledge the smooth breath. We never have the eyebrow like this. Really. We're so smiling, and people ask, "What you doing?" I'm so busy. You're so busy. For the world, they may not understand at all. But for us, we know what we are doing. So spend our energy, don't spare any energy for this special week of the full moon. If you feel tired, feel discouraged, look at the full moon at night. Because that is the same moon that the Buddha saw 2,500 years ago. The same moon. And that moon inspired him to be enlightened. And the very same moon that many people in this planet feel inspired to overcome difficulties in their lives. In the Buddhist history itself, so many enlightened people talk about themselves related to the full moon. So we can draw a lot of energy from that big moon. Because so many enlightened people download the app from that full moon. So we look at them whenever we feel tired, inspiration of our loving kindness, our wisdom, our inner peace. So if there's no question tonight, if you don't feel tired yet, feel free to do walking or sitting in your quarter until you feel sleepy. Yeah. We will see you tomorrow morning here. Thank you. Chapter 2.